If I had to do squat volume today, it wouldn't be possible. My core is fried. The hip flexors, abs, obliques, the whole entire midsection plus the hip flexors, it's just spent. I have nothing. But yet, I was able to do a lot of squatting today. Thanks to the belt squat machine. Thanks to a machine. This is where machines, man, like I know Ronnie Coleman swore by, doing 99% of his training time doing free weights. I get all of that, but, in days like this when you're fried, it's just impossible. So machines allow you to get work into some of this tissue that otherwise wouldn't be able to touch because of other circumstances like a weak core on the day or whatever. Like I don't feel strong today for a reason. If I had to squat because of whatever reason, whatever program, I can't, man. I just feel really unstable. I don't feel stacked. I feel like I'm walking around my core, in the squat. I basically don't feel poppy. But now I'm sitting here and I'm talking to you and I feel my quads absolutely lit up. Absolutely lit up because of the belt squat machine. It allows you to absolutely demolish your quads without doing anything else to anything. It's just unbelievable. It's an unbelievable feeling to absolutely smoke the quads. I'm a guy that rarely would ever feel the quads anyway when it comes to squatting because I ran around my quads. I literally run around my quads. I would squat in such a way that my quads would be the last on the map to get lit up. So my lower back would absolutely get fried. My adductors would get fried. My quads, not so much. But in this machine, they're not going to go anywhere, man. You are in your quads the entire time. It's just simply the structure of the machine. I love this thing. And I think if you're somebody that struggles to squat, if you're not a natural squatter, if you can't just get into a perfect squat, then I think this is a machine for you. Similarly, if you're somebody who is built for the squat and all you feel in the squat is quads, I think you should spend a lot of time in the GHD and do back raises. We all have some configuration of leverages, and so you just need to work out what's right for you, and what's right for me might not be right for you. So we all have our own things, and you need to manipulate some of these training parameters to hit the stuff that's weak on you. At 20 years on, I'll probably still be doing the belt squat machine because that's the way I'm built, man. That's the way my body wants to move. This is where, some of this talk about, all you need to do is, squat, bench, and deadlift, and maybe some overhead press and barbell row. This is where some of this stuff builds bodies that are just covered with weaknesses. We now know a lot more than we used to, let's say, 20, 30 years ago about biomechanics and leverages and why we move the way we move. And so to hit your head against the wall continuously and expect, different results is a bit silly. There are things we can use right now to help manipulate our bodies into positions that it does not want to go into. And the belt squat machine and the GHD machine, man, I think 100% of the population is going to fall into one of these. I think 100% of the population is going to benefit from one of them, if not both of them. When I started training and listening to videos and reading stuff, I don't know how or why, but I feel like everything that I ever picked up and looked at, it was all about hamstrings and glutes. And so I was like, all right, hamstrings and glutes it is. And that's all I did. And I did it a lot. And I got, strong to a certain degree. Absolutely. I'm not going to deny that. But then you get to a level where you can't just willy-nilly progress indefinitely. Something needs to line up with something for you to go to the next level. And, programming, any program will get you to a certain level. But really good programming, really good coaching is going to get you to the levels that just willy-nilly working hard in the gym is not going to get you. There needs to be some thought process. You can't just run out onto the pitch and just play soccer. Nah, man. You're going to get to a certain level, and then when the boys who really know what's going on, when they, go up against you, you'll really feel the difference between a well set up team and a team that is not well set up, even if it's individually better than the other team. Hard work is fantastic. It's one of the best ingredients that you need, but it's not everything. You need to have a plan. You need to understand what's going on. And when I first got in the game, I was like, cool, everyone's got to work on the hamstrings and quads, hamstrings and glutes, because everybody has strong quads and is quad dominant. And then, the same message circulates and, 100 people read the same thing and they make videos about the same thing. And all of a sudden there's like thousands of people saying the same stuff, but really maybe the source is only a few minds. But, it catches on like fire. This is how fads really start. So, I swore by it and I just kept doing it and doing it and doing it. And I developed this humongously, weak set of quads. And I'm somebody that is leveraged for the hamstrings and the glutes. And yet I'm hitting super accessories on top of my lifting, which is going to be glutes and hamstrings anyway. So you're just further digging the hole deeper and deeper and deeper before I realize, shit, man, something is going to miss here, man. I've been misled somehow. I've been wrong about certain things. And then obviously I've had my own little struggles with overdosing on certain ideas and just, hitting it hard and then not getting a result. And then obviously the pain was the worst one, which now I believe that this is a proximal quadricep problem all along. It wasn't an adductor. This is kind of the latest feeling of me, because ever since I've started doing quads, man, my hips have felt amazing. So I don't 100% don't know the answer, but all I know is that ever since I've started smashing the quads, man, I've been feeling absolutely mint. So there's something to that. So it was my unfortunate bad luck that I first started, and I was influenced by guys who were posterior chain dominant advisors, let's say. What if I bumped into a guy who said, dude, it's all about quads? And I just started doing that. Imagine that. That would be different. Like, where would I end up now? Who knows? Maybe I would have ended up with an ACL injury, because that is the fear, right? When I started going to the gym, everyone was like, if you are quad dominant, you run the risk of being a ACL injury victim. And so I was like, well, shit, I don't want that. I play basketball. I need to take care of my hamstrings and glutes. And to a very large extent, that is true. But you can't run your body on glutes and hamstrings. There needs to be some set of freaking quads, man. That's what I've learned. So I'm now on the path to absolutely reversing 10 years of avoiding quads. And I'm hitting them hard and I'm letting them rest, and then I hit them hard again. Let's see where I end up. Appreciate you guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.